talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about rumors. Let's talk about facts.
We gon' talk about life. We gon' talk about death. Romance, finances, generational wealth.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Marsha E. Dudley.
And I am Etoya Lewis. I know I look crazy. I got this hat on.
Girl, look at me. I have my hair back in a ponytail. We're gonna be all right. All right.
Eyes here.
I know that's right. So we got some hot topics tonight.
Yes. So okay. So I sent you some videos and some posts. And so we have two things I know for sure we're supposed to be talking about tonight.
I know that's right. Hold on. Somebody said, "Hey y'all, let me jump over here so I can see who's
That's
talking."
Quinn. Hey Quinn.
Hey Quinn. Yeah.
Okay. Then you make sure you stick around. Because I need to hear what you got to say about this one topic for real. Okay, so the first topic is which one? Which one are we doing first? Are we going to talk about the income gap?
Yeah, let's do that one first.
Okay. So we were reading, I don't know if you all read the post that I shared on the Black Wealth Ambassadors group about the income being middle class sucks.
Look, you should read it.
Oh, we'll be here all day, ever. Because it was a lot. Okay,
it was a lot.
It was a lot. But it was good.
Read half of it.
Okay.
And that way, at least that way to give them a little.
Okay. So this girl posted, she said, I was arguing with my cousins the other day. They got upset because I told them I never in my life want to be middle class ever again. I want to be either rich or low income. She said, my cousin got upset and asked, what type of ignorant shit is that? How you rather be low income than middle class? I replied, see, I have been all three, and I have come to realize that being middle class is the hardest. She said, when you are low income, you can get food stamps, Medicaid, WIC, Head Start, early Head Start, housing assistance, and so much more, which is so very true. When you're low income, you can get all kinds of assistance. But when you are rich, you don't need food stamps. You don't need any help from anybody because you got it. You don't have to worry about if you get sick. You got the money to pay for the doctor bills and all that. But when you are middle class,
this is the part This is the part right here. This is the part that I want you to read because she went in.
She said, you don't get shit but a struggle. You can't get food stamps because you make too damn much. But you are constantly choosing between food, gas, lights, and rent. You are always robbing Peter to pay Paul and can't ever seem to get caught up. You can't afford to get sick because although you have health insurance through your employer, you have to pay a damn deductible just to be seen, but you can't afford it because you need food. So now you're home on Google trying to self-diagnose. And although you feel like shit, you still have to get up and go to work because if you lose your job, Section 8 nor HUD ain't going to pay the rent and you and your children will be homeless. You don't even want to go to the hospital even when you feel like you are about to die because you don't want that $3,000 hospital bill. on your credit, but you still can't afford to pay the doctor that $150 to be seen. So you suck it up and go to the hospital. You have to worry every single day about who's going to watch your kids, because ain't no telling what kind of mood grandma or baby daddy in today. But you know you got to go to work because the rent or mortgage is due. Life is hard as shit, but I swear after experiencing all three, being middle class ain't for me.
That's
You
right.
have to pick earn less money or earn more money. If not, you're going to be stuck in the real struggle forever. Forever. I mean, it says some more stuff, but I feel like that was the
main thing
of what. Yeah.
And I read that and I felt everything that she said. I felt like it was true.
I felt all of it.
Yeah, so many times we're like, I ain't poor, I'm middle class. Middle class is
poor.
Yes,
that's where you struggle the most.
The middle class carries the United States on their back.
Mm-hmm.
We pay more, well, they pay more taxes than anybody. The middle class it's rough. And so many people pride themselves on, oh, I'm middle class. No, I'm like her. I done been rich, I done been poor, and I done been middle class. And I middle class, they can keep it.
Okay, you was telling me the other day, because I was asking you what, and I know it depends on what state you live in, where you at in America, to how the money
tax bracket
calculates. But you was talking about the tax bracket.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the amounts? Just in case anyone is confused about where they fall on the spectrum.
I tell you.
Because I was like, it don't matter where I fall, I still struggle. I need to get rich, because low income and middle class ain't for me. It's a lot.
So I think that what people should realize, so let me make it easy like this, because there's tax brackets. Like if you're married, if you're single, we're going to do it like this. What is considered being poor, and then what's considered the tax bracket for poor.
Dev said, all I know is EBT said H to the negative hell no to use. I know. It would be nice to have a good EBT card.
Yeah.
Do you have the information?
No.
So you was just gonna sit there and not say it?
No, I'm looking it up because I pulled it up the other day and then I didn't save it. No, I'm look, everybody, and then I couldn't spell a word.
Well, the government makes it really hard for you to be middle class, because they tax you so heavily. Everything, they just take it all.
Okay, so this is how, because remember I gave you the whole breakdown and everything. I couldn't even think of it. Okay, so this is how the what is considered the poverty line. Okay, so $12,000 is basically the $12,000. If you're one person and you make $12,000, you're considered poor. But for every person that is in your home, you add $4,000, and you basically fit in between that bracket. I'm gonna tell you like this: if you make $40,000, you're considered poor. I'm just if your household income is $40,000, and some people say, well, no, that's considered middle class. If you got 12 people in your house and you make $40,000, that's considered poor. So the poverty line, I think it's like 12,000. The poverty threshold is like $12,000. And then they say for each person in your household, you add $4,000 to it.
So you see and you hear about people who keep having kids or whatever, and they're living off of the government. Is it easier for them to just live off the government
Yeah.
than to
But
go out and try to be self-sufficient?
in 2020, or 20, what year is this? 2021, that's basically what they said.
You're about to be in 2022. You talk about what year is this?
Because think about it like this: during the pandemic, people who were unemployed, they were getting paid more money than I was. They were getting paid more money than what they were making on their jobs. So for them, yes, they were doing very well. That's why can I just justify? Can I just qualify for something too? So in my mind, during the pandemic, I was like, now if this keeps up, I'm fixing to quit my job and go get on unemployment. And then think about it like this: I'm not throwing no shade to nobody, okay? Everybody, different strokes for different folks. But during this pandemic, people were getting $4,000 in food stamps for 3 or 4 kids. Who in the hell is eating that much food a month?
Nobody. They waste a lot of money in food stamps.
And then you sit up here, gave all these stimulus checks, gave all that extra money, and who about to pay for all of that? I'll tell you who about to pay for it. The middle class. Middle class
Right.
is about to pay for it.
Right.
So everybody was crunk about all these stimulus and getting all this unemployment and then these food stamps. But now in the next year, you're gonna pay all of that mess back. There is nothing in this world. I learned a long time ago. There ain't nothing in this world free. There's a price tag on everything.
Right.
So yeah.
Somebody said they was having problems making comments.
You probably gonna try to say something that was contrary to it. And the Lord blocked you.
Well,
yeah, I'm passionate about this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Woo.
Listen, Marsha, wasn't it you that just said something about you went to the Dollar Tree and stuff it was no longer $1?
Baby, I was really upset.
Raven Morgan said Dollar Tree not ever the Dollar Tree anymore.
It's $125. What are you talking about? And I was hot, mad, okay? Because
did they post it real big that it was
yeah. But that's what I'm talking about. I know sometimes I can come off a little rough, but I don't believe first and foremost, I've been on food stamps. I've been on Medicaid and Medicare, not Medicare, but Medicaid. I've been on Medicaid and I've been on food stamps. And the most Marsha has ever been on anything is I've done it 6 months to a year at a time or whatever. But I realized for me, they want you have to basically, I had one child. I think it's with one child, you can't make more than $1,600 or something like that. In my mind, how can you survive like that?
Right.
My rent, $800. I'm trying, it's like,
oh, if you can afford rent or you can afford a mortgage, then you don't need no assistance from us.
Yeah. And then just like now, okay, or not like now, but back then I needed to work. Here I am working 2 jobs so that I can make it. Because I work 2 jobs, I make too much money. I can't qualify for assistance to get daycare. And in my mind, I'm thinking you should want me to work. If I'm working, I'm paying your taxes. Right. But it's designed. And then the note that the lady said, and like I said, I'm not throwing shots, but if you come for me, I promise you I'm gonna get you. But the lady was talking about how you have all these women that are on Section 8 that are not even working, but they send their kids off to school, send them to these daycares and stuff every day. There has to be some type of guidelines put
But
in
they're
place.
paying for their daycare.
Who paying for it?
The government.
Yes, they
The
pay.
government pays for it.
Yes, paying for them to go to daycare.
Or
while the
their
mama sitting up there
daycare is
watching.
only like $20.
Girl, I know. Don't listen. I'm telling you. And let me tell you, I sit back and I think about when I was younger, especially in my 20s, and I'm trying to like make it for me and G, and the Lord sent me this
Janaya.
old lady, not G, Janaya, sent me this older lady to help me take care of my baby, because I could not get any type of assistance.
Yes, Raven says control, control, control.
Yes, and like I say, people fail to realize this is a trick. It's all a trick, and no, and they're just not getting it. But I promise you, all this money that everybody enjoyed, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't get
But even if you have kids, aren't they still like giving out some type of money? I don't know, because I don't benefit for nothing. I don't ever benefit. I'm always caught where I can't get extra. Man.
Well, I'm gonna put this out here. Whoever getting that $4,000 food stamps, inbox me.
Yes, the have and the have nots.
Inbox me. Yeah.
Inbox me too.
Yeah.
Ain't no shame in my game.
I'm telling you, but even, and I say that, but I promise you, we're gonna pay for all of this in 2022. It's already a gateway. Like I said, when they passed that whole thing about $600, whether if you getting $600 on Cash App, PayPal, and all this stuff, it's a trick. They gave you all this money, and now they want to see where your money is going. No. I'm telling you, it's a trick, and we all got bamboozled.
I mean, I already knew that this is what was gonna happen. So
yeah, we already.
I was already prepared.
Yeah, I was prepared too. That's why I was like,
right, already paying for it.
I was like, look, I don't need no stimulus check. I don't need nothing. I don't need.
Don't give that to me.
Yeah, I don't need none of it.
Oh well.
Yeah, and then
so she was saying she's been all three. She's been in poverty on the lower income. She's middle class, and she's rich. So where on the spectrum is someone considered rich?
When you can go. Never mind.
And when you don't ask how much something costs, you just
exactly.
Just ring that up.
And then let me tell you, rich people don't pay taxes, okay? And they pay very little taxes. And that's the one thing that when I found that out, I promise you, I know they be mad at me. I know they're so upset with me. You can ask my sister every year. My sister, she had one child, I had one child. I couldn't understand why she kept getting all this money back. And then me, I'm up here paying. I'm barely making, and I'm paying taxes every year. Then I had to get smart. Okay, you have to have some kind of a business, side hustle or something, eat up some of them deductions. So yeah, I am not whatsoever. I don't pay no taxes. I'm getting all my money. I need all of it. So I'm rich.
All right, Karen. Carlos said something. What did Carlos say?
What you say, Lowe's?
Rich people make the laws.
That's right. I'm trying to make some laws.
Yeah, when you have that type of power, you change things and you make them things fit for you.
senators, donations, all that shit. That's why you gotta vote for right people.
What?
I know. I don't know why he don't just come over here and say whatever it is he's gonna say.
Okay, so it's to be considered rich. Your net worth has to be almost $2 million.
I'm broke.
You middle class, boo.
She said network.
He talking about, oh, she said network. Talk about, I might be close.
That's right.
Listen,
That house you got 1 million.
don't do us.
Hey, don't be putting out on me.
Don't do us. Don't do us. Aren't we neighbors? She tried it. She tried it.
The house you on? Look here. Don't. Yeah. Y'all sitting on it. Somebody said right there. Boom. Yeah, Toya Rich. What you talking about?
Dev, I know you not jumping in here saying stuff.
Damn, you need to see this pool back there, okay?
We for the log Marsha off of the whole conversation.
They rich.
We for the log her off the entire conversation, and she started it.
I'm sorry.
See, I struggle. I've never had to pay. Okay. See, I don't want people to come back and look at stuff and be trying to get me for my little coins. So I'm going to be quiet on that. But I've always had to pay for my children to eat. Why I got to pay for my kids to eat? That's ridiculous. They're at school learning, but they can't. If I don't have the money, then they're in school hungry and they can't learn. Like, why do kids like that?
And you pay a school tax. In my mind, I'm a homeowner. If I pay school taxes, my kids should be able to eat free.
Right.
Yeah. That's all right. When you become mayor, we're gonna change things, especially in the great city of Forney.
That's right. We're gonna put Forney on the map, on the real map. But we can be talked about around the world. Y'all know what that little mayor in Forney, Texas did? She went up there and started fighting with the people.
Telling you.
It sure does, Deb. She said that that little school lunch, full price add up quick. It really does.
Yes.
It really does. Like, wait a minute. I'm sending $40 a week to school with you? Wait a minute now.
Who's at the ghetto? What?
Raven. Quinn said, why the school didn't pay me when school was virtual?
Exactly.
You still owe the school. The school still wanted to get paid. I got you, Quinn. I got you. I knew that's what you meant.
Telling you. I hate even talking about taxes and all this stuff because I get so just wound up because, like I say, if it's all a mindset, poverty, middle class, rich, all of it.
Okay, so you said poverty was a single person making $12,000 and then add $4,000 for each other person in the house after that, correct?
Yeah.
And you said rich was a net worth of $2 million. So where does the middle class start? Once you hit six figures, or I need to know.
Let me tell you.
Dev, open up another business and find some more deductions.
Girl, let me tell you something.
Goodwill. Quinn says that is why the middle class gap is so large.
Yes,
they want the majority to stay there. Well, 60 I think that thing said 63% of Americans are middle class.
And then hold on here. The middle class, it got upper middle, it got middle class.
Yeah, it's different levels to middle class.
Upper
You got
middle class,
lower middle class,
lower-
upper middle class. It
Yeah,
has
this is
all
some
kind of
doo-doo.
different sections.
And then this is some doo-doo.
Okay, I know you're getting frustrated in there, but we knew we were going to talk about this for a good 30 minutes. So I'm going to need you to hang in there and just give us the numbers.
So middle class is considered just say $78,000. Upper middle class is $186,000. Okay, and then lower income is 25,000. So $12,000 to $25,000 is
It's poverty.
Yeah, but they're calling it lower income.
Low income sounds like 25 to 75,000. That's what low income sounds like to me. And then it just doesn't. The math isn't quite adding up.
Okay. But they gotta, and then let me tell you, you have to. It's also a breakdown about as far as what state you're living in. There's other things.
Right. I know that. That's what I was looking at. Depending on what state.
But pretty much the gist of it across the board, $25,000 is considered low income, and across the board, I'm looking at the numbers.
Is that for one person?
Yeah.
See, that one person can live off that if they're living with their parents. So that they refer to college students.
No, so excuse me. That is a household income. So household income. That's scary to me.
That is very
I'm talking
scary.
about. It doesn't matter whether all of the states. The most that it goes up to is 26,000. So it's still between $25,000, and that's lower income. Middle class again is 75. The most that it goes up to is 88,000. That's still, and then upper income 186 is all in the 180s.
I knew she was gonna call me when I don't even know why I didn't turn my phone.
Arkansas is 176, but it's still right there around the 180s. So it's pretty much across the board. I don't think that there's not a big change. So if your household income is $26,000, you're considered, poverty. And to be honest with you, depending on how many people in your house, I would say almost $40,000 is considered poverty. Because if you really think about it, $40,000, they're hitting you with taxes. You ain't even bringing home $40,000.
Right.
When you think about that, you're not bringing home $40,000.
Raven says on paper, I always want to be as low as possible.
No, Raven, on paper, you want to be as high as possible. I promise you can't. Don't try and hide, sis, because I'm telling you, I want when they put my numbers in, they say, "Dang, did she make 10 million this year?" Yes, ma'am. I made all of that. And how much did she get to keep?
But listen,
9.5.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, but when you make money like that, you're gonna keep a whole bunch of it. You got somebody keeping good books.
Yes, on paper, I want all them zeros. And then I'm a Donald Trump, y'all. You can't see my taxes.
I'm being audited.
You can't see my paper. You can't see. But now, like I say, you can't hide money no more. A lot of us used to could hide, do a little under the table stuff. And they're gonna and mark my words. Listen to me. In the next year or two, watch and see how they start saying, "Oh, they don't want you to mess with cash money anymore." They're going, because now people are like, "Well, I won't use Cash App, PayPal, and all these different places. I'll just take cash. People don't deal with cash. They deal with cards. Everybody. And they're going to implement something. They're going to start trying to implement it where, oh no, we're not taking a lot of cash. If you really look at it, the pandemic started it. When the pandemic started, nobody wanted to take cash anymore.
So, well, I think that was more so they were scared. Oh, the conspiracy of money carrying the COVID virus and all that.
Yeah, we had a whole shortage of coins, everything.
I know. It was like exact change only.
Yeah.
Dev said they're trying to do it. Come for Cash App, Square, Zelle, everything.
Yeah. No, they're not trying. They have. It starts January 1st, 2022.
Anissa said, you are so right. Money is being slowly removed from circulation.
That's right. Yes.
And the coins.
And the thing is that so that they can control it, they need to see what you got in your bank account. Let's see what's being done in these Cash Apps and Zelle. This what do you call it? In this crypto world, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to move us to cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Well, remember when I was telling you about my son, and I was like, well, how does that look? Because he has his bills coming out of his checking account. He transfers whatever money he's going to use for the month to his Cash App card. And so he's going to be taxed twice. That makes no sense. Because they were saying something about it was going to be considered income. But he's already being taxed for it. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
To me, they're opening themselves up to a bunch of audits, and they go, and what they do at the end of the day, the government has power. If they audit something, they have all the power. They tie up your money until you can prove. I remember one year, and this is the God honest truth. I made maybe like $10 on trading, doing some type of trade through the banks or something like that. And I completely forgot about it because it was $10. Do you know they came back after me for that $10 and tried to audit me and everything? They're just opening up they're just trying to open up all these things so they can have more control over our money. They can see what's really going on. So
you see Deb talking about she drowning in bills.
But Anissa's right. Everything is becoming traceable. Everything. There is nothing that you can. And let me tell you, our cell phones is listening to us. They track where we
already know that.
They track where we're at. And then let me tell you, all of us who love, they better leave my Bitcoin. You should, when you filed your taxes this year, whoever did your taxes, there's a little blurb in there that says, did you receive any monies through cryptocurrency? You have to report it all now. So it's a big deal. And I love cryptocurrency.
You know, all those older people who don't use all they do is send out checks.
Oh, it's over. People, they barely take checks now.
Oh, those older people, once they move to this thing, they're gonna really struggle. No, they're gonna actually need their kids and grandkids and stuff to come and make sure that they're still able to pay their bills. That's what they're gonna have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this says, if the money cannot be traceable, you'll have to account for it.
Yes.
Funds deposited from a source tied to your social security number and later transferred can be traced.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other stuff they want to know about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want to see that cash out. Let me see that cash out.
Let's show me the shmoney.
Show me the shmoney. Look, 2020. Look, I'm putting out this disclaimer. 2022. I'm only taking cash. in untraceable bills. And I do take gold. I'm gonna take gold. I'm gonna say I take gold bars. Yes, gold bars.
Those will work. Okay, so to sum up this whole little segment, middle class sucks.
We should be striving to be rich. And that's it. And because middle class, we are carrying this world, this what do we live in? United States on our back.
Dev says they can do everything but forgive these student loans. I've already forgiven them. I know. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have anything to sum that one up?
Get you a business. That's what I'm gonna tell them. Get you a business. In 2022, we gotta do something. I gotta go back to doing something different because
Tired of being hit over the head.
I can't. I gotta go back to doing something. Gotta get back into my business. So find your business. We live in the divided states of America. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the next topic, Quinn, I hope you're still here. Okay, so I sent Marsha video, and the guy was talking about how we have been conditioned through dating at an early age for divorce. And the way he explained it, it just makes you go,
Yeah,
Because when you're dating, you're seeing if you're compatible with somebody. You're seeing if y'all belong together, if things are supposed to be. And if you don't, if things get rough and you don't want to deal with it anymore, you just break up. So he said that we have been mentally conditioned to get a divorce if things do not work out.
yeah.
I never thought of it that way. I never looked at it like that. But
Yeah.
it is a great talking point. Does anyone agree with, or what are your thoughts? I guess it should be the.
Well, let me just add just a little bit more of what he said. He said that when you're young and you're dating, people tell you, go out there, date this, date as many people. Don't just get stuck on one person. Just date, and find who you're compatible with. And if you're not compatible with them, leave them alone. Leave them alone. And so what he was saying was that, like you just said, when you keep going and trying to just keep dating different people, trying to see, oh, am I compatible with you? And if I'm not, going by your business, and you go to the next person. He said that when you get into a marriage, when you don't feel compatible in that marriage, you'll do the same thing in marriage. You'll be like, you know what? I don't
This
need
ain't
this.
working.
Yeah, this ain't working. Let me go. And like I was telling Toya, I 110% agree with that because that was my mindset. And then, like I always tell people, I had a daddy that told me, you ain't got to take nothing off nobody. You don't need no man for
You don't
nothing.
need no man.
So for me, yes, I tell anybody, I am not ashamed whatsoever. My husband is my third husband. Them other two husbands, it's not even the second one, but that first one, if look, I'm out of here. I ain't gotta take this. I don't like you. I don't want, I'm out of there. But now, what he was saying was that in reality, we should be teaching our kids on how to stick it out and not run when things get rough. So yeah, that's the gist of it.
I don't think we tell them to run when things get rough. I think it's more of a understanding how you want to be treated, and if they're not doing that, then hey, they don't need you. Just leave them alone. They don't belong here. So, do you all think that we've been somewhat conditioned to just give up on our marriage if things aren't going the way they're supposed to go, or what are we doing? Listen, Wendy, y'all know I love me some Wendy, and she hadn't been on, but Wendy Williams said they have divorce for a reason.
Don't listen to Wendy Williams. Williams is the most bitter. Read what Anissa saying. I don't want to even.
She's not bitter.
Yes, she is.
Anissa says, when you are very young, do you really know who you are? True. Or what is truly compatibility? Who may be compatible with now may become one you are totally incompatible with once you mature.
Mm-hmm.
Grow together. Okay. Quinn says, being recently divorced for a second time and currently dating, I don't agree with the statement. You can't give 100% to multiple. You can't give 100% to multiple people trying to learn 2 or 3 people at a time.
Okay, maybe she missed. So I think what he was saying was that when you're young, it's like you bounce around too much. You from relationship to relationship. He wasn't saying as far as dating several people at a time. He was more or less saying that.
Oh, y'all didn't work. Bye. Let me go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dev says,
oh, okay. You know what?
I think sometimes people forget what a good fight means. People tend to give up before realizing the issues weren't that bad. I say if you've tried all you can and took a real look, then make the decision. But social media has made it look easy to give up.
Let me see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Let's see what this look like. Hold on.
Oh, because we can hear it real good. We don't necessarily have to see it. We just need to hear it.
The concept of
hold on.
The concept of what we call dating is honestly practicing divorce. It's like getting with people to then figure out if you kind of want to be with them, and then you get out of it. And then we're taught, like, as young people, like, try it as many times as you want to until you find the one. But what you've done is you've formed unknowingly a habit of getting into things and getting out of them.
Oh, wow. I've never heard anyone say that.
So what ends up happening is when you get into a marriage, you're like, they're better than everybody else. And, oh my God, I love them. And they bought me the right ring. And you go all that other stuff. When it gets tough, you're like, the first reflex I know to do is get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's why divorce is higher right now than it's ever been. And the saddest part is it's almost the same in the church. It's the divorce. It's because we've used this toy, the concept of what we call date.
Okay, so like he was saying, so what did Lou say? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Now we missed some comments.
Anissa says, when I was younger, I wasn't trying to be compatible. I was having fun and not taking anything too serious. And then Raven just said that the guy's name is Michael Todd.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, I can agree. I mean, yeah, we're not taking things too serious when we're younger. And you have to kind of figure out what it is you like and what it is you don't like.
Yeah. What'd your husband say?
I don't know. I don't see his comments.
Okay.
I think I muted him.
He says, I wouldn't say precondition. It just used to be more traditional to not get divorced, but in this day and age, divorce is an easy option for many. And I agree with you.
It is. It's very
totally
easy.
Agree with you.
Can you read Shun's?
Yeah, but sometimes we give up prematurely. Yes. Yes, I am that way. I am honestly in the same place where I am on my third marriage, and I have attitude of and I have attitude of it. Don't feel good, then leave it. But God has been showing me that sometimes you have to go through things to grow you, and growth doesn't feel good. Yes, that's right, Sean. Good doesn't feel good sometimes. I definitely developed a habit of getting away from what doesn't feel good. Even this message tonight is speaking to me and letting me know that running spirit is not God. Girl, let me tell you something. Unknowingly that is a form of conditioning. Normalized.
Normalized.
hmm
And that's how it is now. It's normalized. Because remember, grandma stayed with granddaddy for the longest. She didn't care what he did.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but if you have standards and you see a person is not meeting those standards, then why waste time and try forcing it to work? Who said that?
Oh wait, which one?
Who about? But
Forcing
if
it
you
to
have
work?
standards, but if you have
That
standards,
was Quinn.
okay, okay,
Anissa said bad sex, divorce. Bad attitude, divorce. Bad
bad
credit,
girl.
divorce.
But half the time, Anissa, half of us know we didn't tried all of it before we even get there. So
Yes, Deb says sometimes we also sabotage ourselves by our standards.
yes,
That's true, because sometimes your standards can be real high.
bad
Or
health.
real shallow. Raven says through skillets and all.
Right, that's it. Sure enough. But let me tell you, like I have,
Anissa is giving us some stuff.
but I think the other thing is too, it's about who you surround yourself with, because I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Now where me and Vic are at, we have a really good group of other married couples, and just being real honest, I put my own stuff out there. In May, I was feeling some type of way, but I had people surrounding me that even helped me through my marriage. Like, hey, no, you got, think this through, those type of things. So I feel like it's easier to give up and to run than to stick it out. And I'm going to tell you what I learned in May. For me, when I got with Vic, me and Vic had never had any type of static. Everything had always been really, really good. And in my mind, I'm not even going to lie to anybody, I really thought that my marriage was perfect. I thought that what was going on was perfect. And then in May, my husband showed me a different side. And here I am. Oh, he's not perfect. That's not, but God had to talk to me and tell me that sometimes you can you can put a person so far ahead of God, and he has to remind you that we're all flawed, we're all messed up. I don't care if you go and get another husband, that husband go, if you, whether you go get another wife or husband, that husband and that wife, they gonna have some issues. We all have issues, but when we're dating, we're looking for this perfect person. When we get married, we're looking for this perfect person. There is no such thing. And if there was, there we'd you know we'd all be trying to duplicate that person, but there's nobody that's perfect except Jesus. And I
Yes,
think
Sean
that's
just
what
said
we
something
have to
to that same
realize.
effect. She says, we always talking about standards, but are we perfect? Also,
Yeah.
what were your standards to make you even get in that?
And then were they God's standards? Like I say, half of us, we put our own selves on this high horse. And
Yeah, she said disappointment comes when our expectations doesn't line up with that person.
Yes. Yes.
Don't shout, Dev. Don't shout. She said you about to make her shout up in here. Keep on going.
No, I'm just saying. I think that Marsha had to look at herself in the mirror, and I realized I'm not perfect. Sometimes I can be real bossy. Sometimes I can be real, just this and that. And I had to love him through the process. And I'm telling you, that's the one thing I've learned is trying to. I don't want to get married. I don't want to get divorced no more.
But you could have surrounded yourself with people who was like, girl, you know what? You ain't gonna put up with that. Come on, let's go out.
Yeah.
Come on, it's easy to find somebody else. Find what you're looking for or whatever. So yeah, having a good support system is important.
That's a big part of it. I'm not gonna lie.
But of course, when you're younger, unless you have that mind of I'm not about to let anybody come into my relationship, it's easy for that to occur. Yeah. It's the reason why when you get married younger, it's easier for you to get a divorce because you're going to have those single girlfriends. Yes. You're going to have those single guy friends that want you to hang out and do the things that they're doing as single people. When if you're not single, then you shouldn't be doing those things.
I have friends to say, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man and he's doing the best he can. You gotta get some of them kind of friends.
Sean says sometimes we rush the promise. Deb says misery loves company.
Yeah.
She also says get people shows, speak life into the relationship. Yes, you have to have people who's gonna speak life into your relationship. Yeah. I mean, but when you're older and you've seen so much and you've been through so much, it's easier to help somebody when they're going through something.
Yeah.
Versus when you're younger. Unless you're just miserable as an older person.
Yeah.
And then you gonna just continue to do the same madness.
Yeah.
That's basically how that works.
But I'm not gonna lie to nobody. In this day and time, I don't know, just being married in the place that I'm in right now is everything to me. And I, like I said, this is my third husband. They all got issues. All them suckers crazy. So how I see it, I done molded, cultivated. I'm gonna put my money on this one.
Good job. I mean, but also communication, and I tell people all the time, communication makes a world of difference in your relationship. Because sometimes people don't know how to communicate what they are displeased with, and that causes problems. Because if you walk around mad because of whatever reason, he left the toilet seat up, thank God I don't have those problems. But stuff like small stuff can turn to big things when you don't talk about it.
Yes, that's so true. What I mean by that is sometimes we enter relationships before we learn a person or each other, trying to hear and find that one, or when we see they meet a few of check marks, then them have to be the one rushing. Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you 110%, because that's what I did in my second marriage. I was trying to hurry up because I wanted to be married. I wanted to, in my mind, my parents have been married almost 50 years, and I needed Janiyah to have a mom and a dad. And I rushed the process. And sometimes you're rushing the process, like you said, and you don't even know this person. Be interested for, but that's the thing. You have to slow down and don't be in a hurry. Sure can.
God can turn tragedy into victory. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, just in case nobody else is reading this, it
Yeah.
says, but what I know is God can turn tragedy into victory if we stick it out.
Yeah.
Not abuse or unhealthy things, but just because they not what we thought they should be or handle things how we do, etc.
And let me
Yeah,
tell
and
you,
that's a big thing
yeah.
too, because everybody handles things differently.
Yeah, and that's so true. And let me tell you, you'll never ever fully know a person.
Nope,
I don't care what
ever.
nobody say. I've known Victor ever since I was 13, 14 years old. We got together. We've been together for 7 years, 7, 8, something like 7 years. And it's still stuff I'm still finding out about him. He's still growing. You're not dead. He's not dead. You're gonna forever be growing.
And people change.
Yes.
People are constantly changing, like this weather around here in Texas. Yes, constantly changing.
But I'm a firm believer, I'm a firm believer that whatever you want that person to be, you can speak it into existence. And I'm gonna tell you straight like this: when I first met Victor, let me tell y'all, because I sat there and I said, "Now, Lord, you funny," because I know darn well he might not be my husband, because and this was before we got married. I told Victor, I said, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have a big old house. I'm going to have a lot of money. And I'm going to do all this. And I told him, I said, I'm going to have my own business. This is what he told me. He said, I don't need no big old house. I'd rather have like a little small house. And, I ain't really no entrepreneur. This is all, when he said,
So you already knew who he was because he knew that about himself.
yeah. But 7 years down the road, 7 years, because I sat there and I kept saying, okay, now, Lord, it ain't no way. Marsha, I know who you made me to be. And I
Okay.
know.
Carlos got some comments. He says, social media plays a big part in
Yes.
the younger generation and their attitudes on life. They give up or quit so easily on any and everything.
Yes.
Says the more roots that connect together, they feed off of one another and help one another grow. We
Yes.
are all plants in God's garden and
Come
have
on.
to learn to feed off one another in order to grow. Circle of life.
Yes. Yeah, I feel all that. 13
Mhm.
years and we're still learning one another. Growth is going to happen. Exactly.
You know,
That's
listen, my husband don't know me, and he's known me since I was 18, 19 years old.
yeah, y'all 20 some years in.
I mean, and we don't think nothing alike. I don't. What you say? I mean, we sometimes sync up, like when we play games and stuff. I be like, oh God, he's gonna say this, and dang it if he don't, or he'll say she's gonna say. But that's not what I'm talking about.
He gonna say, "See, kangaroo."
Oh my goodness. He said he was just joking when he said he sounds serious. But no, seriously. Sometimes I'm like, I know you don't believe that that's what I was thinking. Or that's like the me who I am today, she don't think like that. You want to come jump on? I go off the grid. I let people in my circle change me. You're the only one in my circle. What are you talking about?
What he say?
He said, I let people in my circle change me.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
He said, I got a whole girlfriend.
You should look. She sure do.
Microwave society.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
We definitely live in a microwave society. Everything has to line up right here and now. Yeah, you have to line up. The
He said,
kids
and some people be taking things out the microwave too early.
yeah.
Because they don't want to wait till it's done.
Yeah. Well, that's the younger generation, but that's because of the tools that they have at their disposal. They want stuff when they want it, and they're not gonna wait.
And they expect people to be like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So if people think that divorce is bad now, just wait till this next generation come around.
Right.
And to be honest with you, half of them probably won't even get married. They just
No, because I feel like marriage is one of those things that's not what's the word?
It's not important anymore. It's not traditional.
Yeah, it's not at the forefront. It's not.
Yeah.
We're dating, but we're not dating to make our relationship go somewhere to where we want to.
What do they
Have
call
a
it?
family.
They don't call it dating. We hanging out or
chilling.
We
just chilling.
It's no commitment there.
None. They're
And
fluid, very fluid, and they're just doing whatever.
The sneaky link. Is it sneaky link?
I don't know nothing about that.
Let me Google it. I think somebody told me.
Yes, it's not as sacred anymore, Devin. Yes, marriage isn't sacred. Thank you. I knew somebody was listening to me.
Sneaky link.
Oh, we have Janiyah Hill in the group now. Hi, Janiyah. We talking about you.
What Janiyah say?
Friends with benefits. It just says Janiyah Hill is watching.
Oh Lord, sneaky link. That's what they call them now, Toya. Sneaky link.
The dating around could also unknowingly be conditioning for non-commitment.
Yeah.
Well, we already. The thing is, she said hello. The thing is, more women are into the whole non-commitment thing.
Oh yeah, big time.
Before it used to be a big thing with men not wanting to commit. Now it's men and women. So it makes it easier to just she said yes, sneaky link is what it's called.
Is a slang term used to describe a person that someone is secretly hooking up with. Another way to think of is
that's a side piece.
Oh, sneaky link.
Hooking up on the side.
Next time we have to talk about sneaky links.
We're not okay, but didn't you wanted to talk about something?
I don't even remember.
But and it's something like that. But it was something to that effect. I can't remember what it was. You sent me something and you was like
Sharita was talking about it.
Oh yeah, it was a text message. Okay, so maybe next week we can talk about that.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna be talking about
sneaking. I remember exactly what it was. Yes, he was sneaking around. Okay. All right. Yes, we got to write it down so we can remember, Marsha, because you know how we do. You know, the older we get.
Both of us can't remember. We can't remember nothing.
We can't. Okay, it's after an hour.
Yes.
On here. These were great conversations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for participating. I love when we get a lot of participants because it makes the conversation goes nice and smoothly.
Mm-hmm. And give two takeaways. Middle class sucks.
And I'm glad that I'm married.
Woo! What are you talking about? I like both of them.
Those are my takeaways.
Yeah, I
so we can be in this struggle together. I don't have to do it by myself.
I know that's right. One day I'll say I'm gonna be a guest preacher.
You can be a guest preacher. Well, come on, preacher.
My cash app is Marsha E. Dudley. Pass that collection plate. Wait a minute. Look, after December 31st, I'm shutting down my cash app.
Look, okay, so you said that, so I got to say something about church. Churches already have apps and whatnot to receive money, so no cash has to exchange hands there. You know how
Oh,
people always like, oh, I forgot to stop by the ATM. Don't worry,
oh,
we have an
no.
app for that.
Yeah. I
Or they'll
always
have an
do.
ATM in the back of the church.
I pay through our app every Sunday, every paycheck. I pay through my
Church app.
polyamory marriages are on the rise as well. Yes. Let me tell you
Who
something.
said that? I don't see it. Oh, I done missed a lot.
Lulu, your husband, but he's telling the truth. And polyamory marriages are on the uprise because of exactly what we just talked about tonight.
Mm-hmm. So
Nobody wants
we'll intertwine that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have spoken about this before.
Yeah.
But we'll intertwine it with it on next week.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's so much to be said.
So y'all please tune in next week when we discuss sneaky link and polyamory.
All right. Yeah, have a wonderful
Okay,
night.
again, tune in next week, 7:30 Central Time, for another episode of Let's Talk About It. Good
Make sure
night,
you
y'all.
subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Let's talk about it.
Oh, yes, please. Oh, I'm glad you said that. So if you're here and you have not subscribed to Let's Talk About It with Etoya and Marsha, please go subscribe. Teas, Cakes, and Things will be sending out a gift to one lucky person.
If you share, you have to like and share our little YouTube video. And y'all gotta go check out Creative Cuisines
and cocktails.
Because baby, let me tell you something. That mac and cheese, that seafood mac and cheese. I almost lost my whole husband because of that mac and cheese. Okay?
So what will we make next week?
So yes, see y'all next week. And again, it's been great. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.